welcome back to a Black Queen's Reality Motherhood Part 2. Of course, I'm Micah.
And I'm Karen.
And if you are tuning in, go back and watch Part 1. Because this is Part 2. So you can't just tune in the middle.
Either way, the kids still here.
Either way, the kids are still here.
Still here.
Because it's the same day. It's just, we doing both parts in the same day.
That's okay. Because the next one, they won't be in.
Net on. Because we're going to have a guest soon. And we're going to have an adult conversation. So we can't have the kids here for that, for sure.
I want them here for none of it. Okay.
Will you be quiet?
Oh.
Okay. And we're continuing our motherhood conversation. And what we want to talk about now in this segment is current Mother Day for me and Karen. So I'll let Karen go first. What your motherhood struggles, honey? With current day
motherhood struggles. Guess it was the biggest thing right now is Jack getting out of the 3rd grade. That's at the top of the list. Hopefully my child can get him out of his 3rd grade and get him to the 4th grade. That's all we trying to do. Other than that, I mean, Jack really do his own thing. He don't really bother me too much. It's just a school thing. We got to get past the school thing. And it's like, school is not necessarily easy for him. He has a few struggles. So it's a process. But school wasn't necessarily easy for me either. So I guess I'm not overly surprised that he's having a little struggle with it. Because I wasn't necessarily getting on the roll when I was in the 3rd grade. So I kind of can't really hold too much against the child. Because he got it honest, He got it honest, yeah. He definitely got it honest. So I just try to work with him as much as I can, but it is frustrating. Because Jack also don't have no, that's not fun for him.
He doesn't like school.
Playing Xbox. Fun for him is maybe at the gym, when you got, what they call that, gym? Mm-hmm. Oh, he got an A in that. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, most kids do. So your biggest hurdle right now is school.
Yeah.
Getting him through the state test and all that stuff.
If he could just get to the 4th grade, I'll be so happy.
That's good, though. That's good.
Yes,
that's a good thing.
We just get to the 4th grade.
That's a good thing.
At this point, right now, taking it step by step.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I mean, I can't say he's 8. So yeah, he get on my nerves sometimes.
Yeah, he's 8.
But most of the time, he kind of be doing his own thing. And he's not necessarily a bad kid. Per se,
he's just real slow. He just moves slowly.
Oh my God! This boy moves so slow. Getting dressed,
doing anything, just turning on the water.
Turn the water on, put a sock on. It takes him 45 minutes to put a sock on. I think he got that from my dad. That's only
our father is extremely slow.
Extremely slow. So I'm thinking maybe he got that. It's just
genetics, and it went down.
My goodness!
Because that's the slowest person I've ever seen in my life.
Come on.
And you the anger, like it just go, you get angry by the minute watching them get dressed.
It's just
I've
been ready every morning. It's the same thing. I'm standing there with my coat on, shoes on, purse. I done made my lunch. And what Jack doing? Just not putting his coat on. I said, Jack, did you brush your hair? He said, and then he'd be like this, I don't think I put no deodorant on.
Yep.
I said,
you guys sit down.
I do. A lot of times I can sit down. I said, Jesus, I don't want to go to work mad already before I get to work. I ain't got no reason to be mad.
Besides that, and that's good. You at that, you done got through all the heart, and I feel like that too. Like even though he does
to be 4 and be that good,
he is good,
and he listens to what you say.
He listens to what you say. He's trying to dress himself and bathe himself and brush his own hair, and he's very independent. And I know he gets that from me because I'm extremely independent.
And to listen,
and he listens.
The 4-year-olds don't listen.
I will tell you that.
Like you can take him to the mall, you can take him to the grocery store.
It don't matter where you take him. He listens to you.
And you say, hey, if he do something, you say, okay, don't do that no more, and he won't do it.
Yeah.
A lot of kids, 4 years old.
Go over there with him. Yeah, a lot of 4-year-olds are not as focused as he is. He's very focused. Yeah. And even when he's trying to get dressed, he's like, hey, I want to put my pants on. And he gets frustrated if he messes up or anything like that.
He don't do that with me.
He don't want your help. No, he doesn't do that with his auntie.
He plays.
Auntie is somebody to play around with.
He plays
because he knows she is just smitten with him.
Yeah, he plays me.
She don't know how to discipline him. She don't know how to do any of that.
I'm getting a little bit better.
And she said,
discipline.
"Oh, you stop there. You see, little pig? It does nothing. He can climb on top of her car. She's like, you get down there right now. He's so cute. I can't take it.
I'm terrible.
She's very weak. Weak as water.
I'm very weak with him. I don't know why, but he's so
got her
cute.
He got her
I'm like, I'll be glad when he get older, he won't be
and
so
she
cute.
keep trying to think he can grow out of cute. I think it's just gonna get worse.
Grow out of being cute.
You know.
He's so cute.
But he does have his discipline moments. But most of the time, I could be upstairs taking a shower, doing whatever. He could be downstairs. He not gonna move or nothing. Sit down, y'all.
Jack used to be like that too. When he was like 4 or 5, he would be in his room, and I can go take a shower. I can be in the kitchen cooking. He'd be in there watching Ninja Turtles, doing some moves.
As long as you find something that entertains them, they really don't. Which lets you know they're pretty decent kids. Pretty decent kids. Now, another topic we wanted to go over is these mothers and their kids, and the mamas looking better than the kids.
Oh Lord, I don't understand it.
We don't, neither one of us understand why your hair is done and your kids' hair ain't.
The clothes looking crazy.
Clothes got holes in it and dusty and they don't smell good. We try to figure that out.
That bothers me. It just really bothers me because I go out of my way to make sure that Jack
looks nice,
smells
and
good,
his
hair is cut. I make sure when I buy my hygiene stuff, I buy his hygiene stuff. And to me, if you do that with your kid every day, all the time, it's a routine.
They become adapted to it.
You take a shower and you do your routine, they do the same thing. So where even when they at someone else's house, they'll say, okay, well, I know I gotta brush my teeth. I gotta put my deodorant on. I gotta put my lotion on. I gotta brush my hair and grease my hair. It's kind of like how you say he was an HR. It's like it goes without saying. But if you don't install that in your kid when they're little, like Elijah, by the time they get 11, they just walking around. You're like, okay. Guess he ain't put no deodorant on today.
And see, Elijah had, that's another problem Elijah had. Elijah started getting musty. He was like 2 years old.
Wow. It was before
then, remember? Because he couldn't wear deodorant yet. Remember I was 2? He couldn't wear deodorant until he was 3, remember?
I could have sworn he was a 1 and we was like, oh my God, we never seen a 1-year-old. Maybe I was thinking.
It's okay.
Either way, whatever.
Either way, he was younger than the deodorant age.
Yeah.
The deodorant age is 3. I'll put that out there. His pediatrician told me that. She said you cannot put deodorant on them until they're 3. So the summer, I think that first summer, him being 2, he started getting musty. Like literally. I picked him up one day and he was musty. I couldn't believe it. And I called his pediatrician. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm crying. His pediatrician was like my therapist. I used to just call her and start crying on the phone, talking to her about everything.
Thank God that woman had small kids.
She understood.
She's been through it. So.
I love Dr. Gunda. Shout out to Dr. Gunda at University Hospital. We love you, girl. You take good care of these kids.
Sweet.
She's sweet as pie.
Very sweet lady.
And she said, wait. She said, wait, Elijah, mommy's having a moment. So we're going to step out. We're going to go in my office. And she will play with him in that office. And I'll be sitting in the appointment desk crying.
This is not your therapist.
I know it's not. But I had to get that out.
Pediatrician. You're crying like you in your therapist.
I used to have to get that out. I was stressed out, okay? But she told me on the phone that day, she was like, hey, there's really nothing that we could do. So that Pacific summer, I had to give him baths twice a day.
You know what? They need to come up with something for babies.
Like a light deal.
The problem is it's not common. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
How many 2-year-olds is really musty?
Anyway, like I said, that Pacific summer, I had to give him baths twice a day, which was a lot. Because you got to get up earlier. I already was getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Had to get up earlier than that. Because I had to bathe him. And then bathe him again at night. So he's been wearing deodorant. I started putting it on. Honestly, y'all, I went against the doctor. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just like, you know what? I can't keep doing it. So he started wearing like one swipe of Dove sensitive skin deodorant when he was like maybe 3 or 4 months away from being 3. He's been wearing deodorant ever since. You know what I mean? Especially in the summer, he wears it to bed and during the day. But that's all he knows is hygiene because his hygiene is very strong. But in our family, we have strong hygienes. Like, even and it comes from my dad. My dad has a strong hygiene. So, me and Karen had that growing up. Like, we both had problems with figuring out the best perfume, the best soap to use. I have eczema, a level of dry skin. He has that too. So, I had to get him like a steroid cream when he was a baby. So, he had to get that on his skin. But his dad and me both had eczema. So, he got that honest. But even this, like, it's always been a hygiene thing with him. You got to be careful the soap you use, the deodorant. He only can use like pure Vaseline. Now, baby oil is cool sometimes, but really lotion don't work out well for him. His skin don't do well with it. So I think when you think of your kid, think of yourself. Bathe your kid, dress your kid like you would dress yourself. A lot of times my hair is not done, but Elijah's together. Okay? Especially them first 2 years. I was out here looking like a straight bum for like 2 years, 3 years straight. I was it. But my kid was looking good. It's like, I know it's hard because it's finances. But don't take a lot of money to make your kid look nice. When they're young like that, you can clean up at Carter's, Gap, Children's Place, and they have sales. Like, you go in these places 50, 60, 70% off. You buy 5 outfits at one time, you straight. And a haircut is what, $10 to $15? Go get the boy haircut. If you got a little girl, go get her hair braided. It may last for 2 or 3 weeks. But you got to put something into your kid. Nobody wants to see you all done up with makeup on and high heels and your kid looking terrible. Face dirty, hair dirty. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. And you see that a lot in today's society. For some reason, this day and age, with this level of moms, it seems to be a discrepancy with that, with the appearance of the children and the appearance of the mom. It don't seem to match. Or it's the opposite. They overdo it. You know what I mean? They dressing the kid up like she's 17. Why she got knotless box braids and she 3? That I don't get. Now y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about, oh, I don't want to do her hair. I get it. It's too many hairstylists out here that can put some pom-poms in her hair and some little braids. Your baby at 3 years old don't need no knotless braids. I am absolutely sorry. It is not good for her strain of hair. Their hair is sensitive at that age. They don't need that. You don't need to be putting, oh girl, she got a little piece in the back, make it longer in the back. None of that. I don't care if she 8. She don't need none of that. It's like you're preparing her to have the mindset of, I need some extra to feel good about myself. You're creating an insecurity in her, and she's not even prepared for that. So you don't want to do that. And even with little boys, you need to teach them the mannerism of getting their hair cut every 2 weeks. Because otherwise, they'll be walking around looking crazy. And they'll think that's okay. And that's fine. You got to keep their appearance, their hygiene, their mindset, all that together. Cold water? Okay, baby, good. Something to drink? Okay. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. He back from the bathroom.
You don't need video.
No, we don't keep it all in sync. Because it's motherhood. We keep it all in sync.
I'm doing too much.
Okay. So, but as I was saying, and I know that Karen agrees because we talked about this the other day. I was just telling them that appearance and hygiene, all that creates the foundation for how they'll be in the future.
I agree.
And I talked about the little girls with the knotless braids and all that.
I agree.
You know, you creating an insecurity in a way.
If you think about it, if you have to think about how you was raised.
Exactly.
If I wasn't raised up to keep my parents up and make sure my hygiene was good and stuff like that, then maybe I wouldn't know no better. Or keep my house clean. All of that. Just like all that plays a factor.
Cooking, cleaning, all that plays a factor too. Yeah, if they see you cooking and cleaning, they'll do the same thing. Doing laundry, they'll do the same thing.
It's the same thing with your kids.
Yeah.
They only gonna follow behind what they see you doing most of the time.
Exactly.
Most of them follow behind what they see you doing. Mm-hmm. And if you doing the wrong thing or the right thing or whatever, they gonna follow right behind you.
Yes, they will.
That's
and it ain't too many people you meet. Sometimes the person goes the other way. You'll hear their story and they'll say, my mom was doing this and but I don't do that. You know what I mean?
True.
You'll hear a man or a woman say that and you're like, well, girl, she went the other way. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But for me, I want to be a good example. I don't think it's right to have a lot of men around him.
No.
To not have myself together, to not be getting up, showing him somebody going to work, putting the work in. And by the time he gets to that 12 or 13 or 14, I'll be a full entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. So he won't see me, he really won't remember me going to 9 to 5 by the time it's time to recognize that. He probably won't remember. I'll be out of that by the end. However, even with entrepreneurship, which you own in multiple business, get up and go to your location. Go to your job. Go to your office space. Take your child with you. If they're 13, 14 years old and you own 2 restaurants or a convenience store or whatever you're doing, take them with you so they can see the work that you're putting in to build this brand for them. Because otherwise, they're just soaking up the fruits of your labor, and they don't get it.
No work.
Right? They'll get that hard work.
All you see is somebody just buying you things.
Exactly.
And stuff like
it becomes materialistic.
Yeah.
You know, you grew up in the suburbs, this big old house. Yeah, because mommy and Vince put all that work in. Mm-hmm. So that's where you at in life at 16. Mm-hmm. But you need to come and see how this work goes, so you can figure out what your path is going to be, so we can be a role model for you. Right. We don't want you to grow up and just be one of them lazy celebrity kids. No. That's what we don't want. Because that's what happens to them. Because it's all about materialistic stuff.
Some of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's just sad watching it.
You have to teach your kids, I guess, morals. You know, they have to value something. You know what I mean? They gotta have some type of respect.
No running. Go the other way.
They have to have some type of respect for themselves and realize that nobody's just gonna hand you something. No, you gotta get up and work for what you want. I think that's what we were talking about that the other day, though. Yeah. One thing about our parents and aunts and uncles and family members,
they all went to work.
Stuff, they all go, and a lot of them still work. Most of them still work. Yeah, you know what I mean. And if they are retired, they living off the retirement from them working for the past 30 or 40 years. Yeah. But it's like, if you don't do that, and they all got their homes and houses and everything,
and Ben had homeowners.
Ben had homes and houses.
You know what I mean? Ben had homes, cars, all that.
They work hard for what they have, and they understand the value of it. It's like, if you don't, then I don't know where you're gonna get. Nobody gonna hand you nothing. Life don't work like that. You gotta work for what you get.
Yeah, it's the sense of teaching your kids some responsibility. Mm-hmm. Like, even when I wash clothes, I had the phone upside down. Even when I wash clothes, I have Elijah help me put his clothes up. Or help me wash. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to grow to be a man who can't cook and wash or clean for yourself.
Right, before you even get
to the woman. Yeah. You should be taking care of yourself in your own little apartment, doing your own thing.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Do for yourself. It's hard to meet. Now, that's the thing. You meet these men and women who bring in baggage, who never took care of themselves. Yeah. So you want your child to not end up like that.
No. Be able to do your
Get from over there, Elijah. You want to be able to do your own thing. And that's something I learned early on. Washing dishes, cooking, cleaning, and just looking. Well, I didn't learn cooking early, but I learned how to clean, wash, everything else just from looking at my grandma. You know what I mean? Yeah, and sometimes I feel lazy.
Before I got to my own place.
You know?
Way before I got to my own place.
She had 5 kids and a husband and never complained.
No.
Would do work every day, came home, cooked full-course meals.
Full-time job.
Everything.
Washing clothes, cleaning the house and all that. Did all
cooked
that.
Meals and
everything.
Wasn't
sitting around talking about, well, I guess I hope he cooked tonight.
Yep. Nope.
That was
never the story.
No, that was never the story.
Not one time. Mm-mm. And sometimes I think about her when I'm in the privacy of my home, like, let me get my butt up. I feel lazy. I don't know. Because where I grew up. Mm-hmm. It's like I got to get up and do something. I got to take care of my kid. And that's something she tell you. It don't matter what age you have a baby. She going to tell you the same sentence. Now you having this baby.
That's
This
your choice.
is your
That
choice.
was your responsibility.
And that's your
responsibility.
At the end of the day, that man can get up and walk out of your life ever. And she said that right. That's your baby.
And she wasn't lying.
She was never lying.
That's your choice.
Unfortunately, none of us
deal with it.
is in a married state right now.
You gotta deal with it.
You know what I mean? We all co-parenting or with somebody who ain't the father. But at the end of the day, we all mothers. That's what I like about my family. We all doing the best that we can. We may not be mothering the same. Everybody mother different.
Everybody got their own thing.
They take care of their kid their own way.
The kids flow with the
we're going to wrap it up for today. Because the kids are here. And we want them to get out of the kids' home. Because we're a kids' house trying to do this. And we didn't invade the kids' home and the kids' family
Go ahead,
space.
go back the other way.
So we're going to get out of here. But as always, we thank y'all for tuning in. Jack, get out of the word.
Trying to get in the video.
As always, we thank y'all for tuning in. Please come back and watch us. We upload every 2 weeks. Like I always say, we on TikTok, Instagram, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
Contact Mike if you want to know Mike if you want to know anything, because I don't know none of that.
Karen knows none of that.
I have no.
So if you were friends with her on any social media, she knows nothing. Okay. Social media, she knows nothing.
No, I know about the YouTube. I got that far. I am. I seen the video on YouTube. I saw that.
Please comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks without the kids. Let me put that in there. The kids will not be here for the next video. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.